Buckle up, because this one's heavy. A woman stands before the court, silent. But the sentence about to drop is anything but quiet. This isn't just another case. It's 15 years to life. The room? Tense. The judge? Calm but absolutely final. And the emotions? Real, raw, and heartbreaking. With victims watching, letters read, and the state of Ohio ready to hand down justice. This case will leave you questioning everything. Was the sentence too harsh, too light, or exactly what was deserved? Let's break it all down.
Ms. Powell, is there anything you want to say to me at this time? Okay.
I have advised Ms. Powell that given the nature of our appeal, she should not make a statement today.
And I understand that, but I have to give her the opportunity to do so. All right. Thank you very much. First of all, to the victims, to the family and friends, I am terribly sorry for your loss here. I cannot imagine what you have been.
This is the emotional core of the courtroom right here. The judge pauses to acknowledge the victim's family, and the weight of that moment is undeniable. You can hear the grief under the surface. No matter what side you're on, this reminder that real lives were shattered brings gravity to the sentence. These aren't just legal words. They're a public acknowledgement of loss, pain, and irreversible consequences.
I have received and read all of the letters that have been sent to me. I have considered the evidence that was brought into evidence at the trial, the statements of counsel, and all of the information that is before me at this time. I do find that counts 2 and 3 merge with count 1 for purposes of sentencing in this matter.
Let's unpack that for a second. Merging count in a sentence is no small decision. It means that although the defendant was convicted on multiple charges, the court has chosen to consolidate the punishment. Why? Often, it's about proportionality and avoiding excessive stacking of sentences. But even with that, what's coming next is anything but lenient.
Based upon the facts and circumstances of this case and in consideration of the relevant sentencing factors, including seriousness and recidivism, and applying the minimum sanction that the court has determined will protect the public and punish the offender without imposing an unnecessary burden on state and local resources, the court imposes the following sentence. On count 1, ma'am, I sentence you to an indefinite sentence.
There it is. 15 years to life. That's an indefinite sentence, which means this isn't a clear-cut end date. She'll have to serve at least 15 years before parole is even considered. And depending on her behavior, rehabilitation, and the parole board's review, it could very well be life. That's the weight of the sentence. And the system doesn't guarantee a second chance.
15 years to life in the Ohio Department of Corrections. On count 4 of the indictment, I sentence you to 3 years in the Ohio Department of Corrections. Those 2 sentences to be run concurrent with and not consecutive to each other. Ma'am, please understand that on count 4 of the indictment, you may be subject to a period of post-release control upon your release.
Now here's where things get more complex. Post-release control. Basically, parole. And the terms? Tough. Violations can send her right back to prison. Not for days, but months. And if she reoffends while on parole, the court can slap on another year. It's a built-in legal leash. Think you're free? Not quite. The law's still watching.
And if you violate that post-release control, the Adult Parole Authority is authorized to return you to prison for up to 9 months for any single violation and up to 50% of your prison sentence for all violations. Please also understand that if you're placed on post-release control and you are convicted of a new felony, in addition to being punished for that new offense, the judge could add an additional consecutive 1-year period of time in prison, whichever is greater as a maximum. Ma'am, understand that you have a right to appeal this decision, and that notice of appeal must be filed within 30 days of the sentencing judgment entry. Your attorney has indicated to me that you are without funds to hire an attorney to represent you for appeal. Is that correct? And you wish for me to appoint counsel to represent you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Despite the weight of the sentence, the judge still ensures her rights are protected. She can't afford a lawyer for her appeal. The court's stepping in. And that's what separates this system from chaos. Justice isn't just punishment. It's about fair process. Whether guilty or not, every defendant has a right to counsel. That's constitutional. That's real.
I will do that, and we will try and get that done before you leave the Summit County Jail. Ma'am, I will not fine you. I will not assess you court costs in this matter. Counsel, is there anything that I have forgotten?
No, Your Honor, and I neglected to do this earlier, and I apologize. We appreciate the court's deference to Ms. Powell and the opportunity to allow her to lead during certain portions of the trial. I know that it is rather unprecedented.
Even in tragedy, this courtroom found space for compassion. Defense counsel thanks the judge, not just for fair handling of the case, but for allowing defendant moments of dignity during trial. It's a rare look at the human side of the system, where even within harsh outcomes, empathy can exist. It's not always black and white. Sometimes it's painfully gray.
We really appreciate the court's compassion in allowing that during this trial. Thank you.
Thanks are necessary.
Good luck to you, Ms. Powell. Thank you. We're adjourned.
And just like that, court is adjourned. But the weight of that sentence echoes far beyond the room. 15 years to life, concurrent time, a grieving family, and a defendant who may not speak, but whose fate is sealed in silence. What do you think? Was justice served? Or is there more to the story than we know? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. And if these real courtroom moments move you like they move us, hit that like button, subscribe for more raw breakdowns, and don't forget to share this video with someone who thinks justice is always simple. Because sometimes it's not.
All rise.